Well, back in the late 1950s, Coles Express was hauling a good deal of oil and gasoline and liquid products to Aroostook County. And on the return haul, those tankers were running empty back to Bangor, while at the same time we were running a lot of trailers, closed trailers, empty northbound to Aroostook, pulling loads of potatoes southbound to Bangor and beyond. So the concept of the tank van allowed us to haul loads in both directions. It worked well. We had 4 of these units, and each of them ran more than half a million miles apiece. And in fact, we ran them 6 days a week, 2 trips a day to Presque Isle and Caribou from Bangor during the winter months, during the heating oil season. But over a period of time, the laws were changed, which allowed longer freight trailers to be pulled behind shorter tractors. So we've gradually phased these units out. They haul several million gallons of oil northbound, and of course haul their regular potato loads the same as other units did on the southbound move. Exactly, it made our vehicles more efficient throughout the system, and especially so as oil was hauled as far north by barges and boats to Bangor, and either had to move by rail or truck northbound from Bangor. And these units, of course, allowed Coles to be very competitive in that northbound oil market for several seasons in the 1960s. Coles Express applied to the Maine Public Utilities Commission for authority to haul passengers in what we termed a truck bus. 9 passengers would have been hauled in basically the same location as where the tank is located on the tank van. The Maine Public Utilities Commission turned us down, feeling that we would drive the buses out of business, and of course the railroad, being a much larger company than we, were operating the buses at that time. And though the railroads were hauling freight on their buses, we were not allowed to haul passengers on our trucks.
The advantages that we used to have, if you had a flat tire on front, the undercarriage was so low that you couldn't get a jack under the front end to jack them up. What we used to do, which was a dangerous thing in a way, we put the jack under this hubcap, it's almost a no-no. But we used to do that and jack the vehicle up high enough so we get a block of wood under the axle, then change the jack under the axle and jack it up high enough to do the work. They had I believe they had a V6 diesel engine, and they had plenty of power to do the job. Originally they had 4 of these. The original one was a tank made by J.J. Bolter on Harlow Street in Bangor. It was a double wall tank. And one of the humorous things about that was when it was partly empty, it'd make a booming sound like an old wash tub. In fact, one of the drivers used to get in the cab. If it was a cold night, he'd get in the cab while it was being unloaded, and he'd listen for that booming sound. Then he'd get down, he'd check his valves and close his valve, open whichever was appropriate, and then he'd come back to Bangor. I always liked them because they had plenty of power, and that's what you needed on the road up country. That's all I can think of.